Hi, people, and uh, welcome. This is the first time most of you will be hearing my voice. So let's get started. This video is mainly about how to use Google Wave for labbing purposes or as a support for the labs that you do. Now, not many people have used it before, and many people have expressed their doubts in how Google Wave works. So a couple of guys and I did this trial run for all this time, and we found that Google Wave is a pretty good tool which you could use to communicate and to put down your thoughts in real time, which is so great. I mean, yes, there are blogs where when you're labbing and you have any doubts or you have any problems, you can list them up, and there are people who will come up and help you. But they all lack in one feature, which is the real time aspect. You will mainly have to wait probably about a couple of hours at least before you get a proper reply. Now, if you're talking from my perspective, and by my perspective I mean a guy who is paid a lot of money for the labs or for the rack rental, you wouldn't want to lose out on 1 or 2 hours of a lab debugging an issue which is very commonplace and which can be solved by a simple, say, help from some other person. That's where Google Wave comes in. Google Wave, as you might already know, is a tool which is used to communicate and collaborate. That is, you can open up waves. By waves, a wave is nothing but a chat. What do you call it? It's just a page in which you put in your thoughts, and the other person can reply, and it stays there permanently. Now, that's the best part. In other chat engines, when you type in something, it probably lasts for the duration of the chat and maybe even after that. But then you wouldn't. It's hard to find all the chats together, and it's hard to collaborate using chats because I agree that most of the chats have capability of adding more than one person, but it's just not as good as Google Wave. Let me just show you why. Uh, Before me, you see the Google Wave login screen. Let me just log in with my credentials. Oh, username and password are unacceptable. Oh, okay. I have a couple of username and passwords, so I keep confusing myself. Okay, now I'm logging in, and here you see. Okay, this is the front page, or the page you will get when you log into Google Wave. There are three aspects to which there are three main windows or three main widgets in this screen which you have to pay attention to. One is the contacts widget. As you might already guess, the contacts is nothing but it's just a list of all the people that you know and all the people that are on Google Wave. You see the small green dot below the person's image? That means the person is online. You see Ryan Skewett, that is Mr. Routsek, is online here, and I've opened up a couple of waves where I've talked to him, but let me just show you how I can start an instant messaging from him. I click on his image and I click on ping, and immediately I'll be open with a chat box where I can type in. So if I want to send a message to Ryan, all I have to do is type here, right? I'm doing a recording for the site. I'll catch you in a while. And that goes out to him. And you can see that in my inbox, which has the list of all the waves I've started, you can see that the wave I started with him is right on top. Now, if I want to revisit this wave, all I have to do is just click it, and here you go. That's my wave. Now, there are also other waves that I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you about how it might be helpful when you're labbing. So what I've done is I've grouped the waves into folders, which is another good feature. And you can see that under CCIE security, I've grouped the wave, and I've grouped them all into one subfolder called Internet Work Expert Volume 1 Labs. This was a test which we did when between Ryan and me. Is what we did was we did the Volume 1 Labs together, and whatever doubts or questions we had, we listed them task by task here, so that when people logged in, they could help us. So I have two labs which I've done here. One is identity management and one is IPS. So let me log into IPS Volume 1 Lab. You should be able to see it here. See, there you go. Let me minimize this for you. And yeah, so these are the list of all the tasks in the IPS. It says TacACK's IPS Volume 1 Lab Experience. So this wave here list contains a list of all the labs that I have done, along with all the say you call tips and tricks or caveats in this. And here you can also see the interactions between Ryan and me, and doubts, etc. And here we have also, Ryan has also pasted some IPS useful notes where whatever he's come across. And along with this, you can also see debugs, plus he's attached pictures of the lab, everything. And Brian Almond, that is InfoSec Samurai, this is also his the experiences in the lab where he might have noticed a couple of things and he wanted it to share, and he wanted to share it with us. And this is one place where everyone can come and paste their information and it'll stay there forever. And anyone can come in, modify, write down whatever they want, and add a wave to it, or it's just so flexible and it helps real time. That's the best part about it. So enough said. Let me just say that I found that Google Wave is a very good tool when you're labbing. So I'm going to be using it in many of my labs, and feel free to send me an invite or send me your Google Wave ID. What I'll do is I'll add you up into my friends list, and whenever I open a new wave, I'll add you to it so that any wave that I do in the future, you can follow, and vice versa. Thanks.